So I was just talking with Ash about buttons, and she said very sensibly that she would tend to choose garments that don't have buttons. They're so much easier to put on, plus they don't need ironing. But we thought we'd just have a little play with the button hook here as to how difficult or easy it is to use. So Ash is going to just pop the button hook through the button hole. Yep.
Through, and then we align it with the button, which can take some lining up, and then you pull it across through this way. So it may be easier on some days compared to others, also depending on the material.
How big the buttons are, how big the holes are. And you were saying that had something of an impact on your elbow as well.
It requires my elbow to use it and more wrist action.
And you're doing that rotation of your forearm as well, which impinges on your elbow.
Yeah. So it might also just be just as easy to not use the button, as you mentioned, but depending on each person's ability.
Yeah, depending on what you want to wear. Maybe you do up the bottom buttons and use your, if the garment is loose enough, maybe you use your buttoned garment as if it didn't have buttons. So just leave the top few undone, pull it on as if it was a t-shirt or a sweater, and then use something like button hook to do them up. Or what Deborah was saying earlier, we were just talking about Velcro. I've known people who've lovingly got someone else to do it. Someone has replaced for them all the buttonholes and buttons with Velcro. So what that would involve would be for every bit where you actually had a buttonhole, putting the button there, sewing it in place, and then on the underside having your hook Velcro and then your fuzz Velcro where every single button. Now that's very arduous. It really does. It is a labour of love doing that for someone, but I've certainly known people over the many years I've been in practice where they have done that. They've completely Velcroed. And it could be for someone with arthritis, it could equally be someone who has limited dexterity for a neurological condition or some other condition.